And here we are at 6:43 on WCLU as we move forward and get into the archives. We learn about our past. Sometimes it explains the future, and we're going to actually share some archival information for you here after we hear from the folks at Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. What a spectacular place that is. Actually, I would call it a fascinating place out there at Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. Let's hear from them, and then we'll go back.
Want to make sure you're ready to hit the ground running this spring? Then be sure to get to Joseph A. Wade before the spring rush hits for hydraulic hose and cylinder repairs. You can trust the folks at Joseph A. Wade to perform top-notch work, so be sure and plan on having repairs and tune-ups completed so you don't miss a day on the job. It takes all the right parts and tools to do your job, so be sure you stay connected with Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware on Industrial Drive in Glasgow. Top-notch work, top-notch people.
Well, let's talk about the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center just a wee bit, shall we?
Okay, we shall.
Okay, the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center is basically really involved in Black History Month.
Right.
Celebrating the women in our local history. If you have photos or artifacts or stories you want to share about local African American women in your history, please contact the Cultural Center, 270-651-9792. And on Saturday of this week, that's when the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center is going to present Amanda Higgins. Dr. Higgins is going to be there to discuss African American women's contributions to Kentucky history. Now, it's free admission, Angela,
Okay.
and it starts at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon at the Cultural Center. That's one to certainly put on the list of things to get done.
Definitely.
And let's see here. Well, you've got the notes up there, but I want to make sure our Barron County Circuit Court Clerk, Chrissy Cole Fields, has some information. You used it at the top of the hour.
Yes, let me pull this up real
That
quick.
way
Chrissy
you-
is so good about keeping
Oh,
folks
she
in the
is.
loop about
That's
what's
right.
going on over here.
But in case people missed it, because this is something that that is, it's happening or not happening today.
Right. Basically, they're not doing the driver's license testing today. Of course, the flu has gotten a lot of people down, but it's also gotten the person down that does the driver's testing.
So, without question, that's the better choice to
Yes.
to do this and put it off.
Yes, definitely.
But anyway, that's some information for you. Woo, well, let me catch my breath.
You and me both. I've been trying to eat my Star Crunch up here, trying to get
Yeah.
myself together.
Well, can you get it open?
Oh, I've already got it open and half
Okay.
gone.
Okay. Well, I got a protein bar for 7 o'clock.
There you go.
100 years ago, 1917, this story in the Glasgow Times. Tompkinsville was visited by a destructive fire Friday night, and when the electric light and ice plant were completely destroyed, the flames were gotten under control. Now, as I was preparing for today, I'm thinking, we finally got the fire under control, but not until it burned everything down.
Right, right.
I'm trying to understand that, Angie. Anyway, the fire started from an engine backfiring and igniting oil and gasoline. The electric light plant, ice factory, carding machine, and the grist mill were all in the same building. The plant had only $3,500 in insurance. The loss, though, is estimated to be between $7,000 and $8,000.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of money what's even worse is no more electric light,
Right.
no more ice,
I think that's the most random thing to put together.
no more grist mill for a while at least,
Right.
but they recover.
What is a grist mill?
Well, that's where you take grain in there and you grind up grain to make flour and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, because I know I've got like a little Christmas town scene or whatever, like a little, like where you put the lights on, like a little village or whatever. That lights up.
Village.
Yeah,
It
and
takes a village.
Yeah, and it's got a grist mill in it. But I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like the last name of somebody, the Grist family.
No, that's right. You're thinking of the Griswold.
I don't know what I'm thinking this morning. Goodness.
Now listen to this story. This, if you read this, if you know now what you didn't know then, this has a suspicious ending to it here.
Okay.
The collector of internal revenue, Robert H. Lucas, announces that a deputy from his office is going to be in Glasgow on February the 25th and 26th for for the purpose of assisting individual income taxpayers in preparing their returns.
All right, everybody loves tax time.
Mr. Lucas states that there have been numerous changes in the income tax laws, which the general public may not understand, and that the deputy is sent here for the sole purpose of helping taxpayers. And the last sentence it reads, "This service is absolutely free. Let this deputy help you."
Yeah, what is it that Ronald Reagan said? The scariest words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help."
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm
And
just saying.
that's what they were saying here in the Glasgow Times in 1927. The service is free. Let this deputy help you.
There you go.
1937 today in the Glasgow. Let's see, this is in the Republican. We have some news from Coral Hill, Kentucky, a fine establishment here. It's Mr. William Lannis Davis, who is from Dugantown, and Miss Bertha May Cook of Coral Hill were married Thursday at the home of Reverend Walter Church. We wish them a long and happy life.
Well, that's good.
It's nice to put that in there, but as you see the marriage announcements over the last 100 years, it's amazing how many of them went over to the preacher's house.
Right.
You know, and I thought that I always think that's pretty interesting because I don't know that happens a lot anymore.
Right.
All right, here's this day's, as Paul Harvey would say, this day's news of most importance.
Oh, goodness, let's hear it.
Public inspection of Dr. C.C. Howard's new clinic on West Washington Street has been set for Saturday and Sunday, March the 1st and 2nd, preceding its formal occupancy by Dr. Howard and his associates on Monday. The building has many ultra-modern conveniences, and with the trained staff that has been assembled by Dr. Howard, it'll give Southern Kentucky a medical facility reportedly unequaled outside of large metropolitan communities.
Well, I guess you heard that.
That says a lot. That's right. Associated with Dr. Howard will be 5 World War II servicemen. Dr. Darrell Harvey,
Right.
Dr. Paul S. York, Dr. William H. Bryant, physicians, Dr. L. B. Mayfield, dentist, and Marcellus Allen, the operator of the X-ray laboratory. Now that was huge. Back in 1947, the Howard Clinic, which is now the health department, as
Right.
you know,
Right.
had these stellar physicians who had served their country, and now we're going to serve even more of their country
Right.
in providing medical care. That was 1947. Pretty neat.
Definitely.
Indeed. A lot of history there to talk about. So this day in, let's move it up here to 10 years later, 1957. This is the news story of Dr. and Mrs. Paul S. York, the same doctor that we mentioned in 1947, but he is announcing the engagement, he and his wife are announcing the engagement of their daughter, Miss Martha Caroline York, to Mr. James Buist Richardson III. Miss York graduated from Vanderbilt University, where she was a member of Delta Delta Delta.
The Tri-Delts.
The Tri-Delts back in 1957. A good piece of information for you on the social page of the Glasgow Daily Times. All right, we've got a news story here out of 1967, but it would have been fun to have attended this for
Okay.
sure. The Glasgow High School class of 1917
Oh, goodness.
holds a reunion at Mammoth Cave Hotel. 5 of the 7 members of the class were present.
5 of the 7.
That's right. Lucy Franklin Pettigo, Alice Curd McEwen, Belle Jones Poteet, Richard A. Garnett, and Mary Page McComas. Some very fine folks from the class of 1917 at Glasgow High School
Definitely.
getting back together for a little more discussion of the way it was. Boy, what a change they had seen.
Definitely.
1977, the announcement was made this day that
I'm sorry. I just blocked the camera because I'm trying to figure out. There are cameras everywhere, and I don't
Yeah.
know which one's on.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weirding me out. I'm sorry.
okay. Well, I'm just presuming they all are.
I just really hope my nose doesn't itch. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, the backup cam is on.
Yeah. They're all on. There are cameras everywhere.
This day in 1977, George Spence was named as the new manager of Kentucky Pants Company Incorporated Plant Number 2. So how's that?
Sounds good to me.
All right. I got handed a note right there.
What's it say? Read it out loud.
It's just some notes, some additions for some birthdays. Like
Oh, okay.
Tommy Larimore is 51. Jackson Harper is joining the list. Terrell and Nicole Riley have a 15th year anniversary, I think that's right. And then we have Junior and Michelle Ellis.
Henry, every now and then I'll get text messages during the morning show.
Uh-huh.
And I believe I just got one that I rarely ever get, but might be my favorite message ever.
Okay.
It says, "You need to talk more."
Okay.
Somebody actually thinks I need to talk more.
Yeah, well, so
Can you believe that?
so keep talking.
I'm just going to start rambling on about things, just all kinds of stuff.
Let's see how we do in 1987.
All right.
This day in 1987, April Dawn Hood was crowned the Monroe County High School basketball homecoming queen on Friday night.
That's always an honor.
Well, I mean, it is, and it's a. I just can't imagine what it would be like to be a young lady, and whether I would really want to be the queen, or whether it would bother me if I wasn't, or
Well, yeah, it's an honor to be. I was in homecoming court. It's an honor to be on the court.
Yeah.
But definitely, to win, I would have to believe it. You wouldn't be on the court and not win it.
Well, I guess that's true. That's true. See, I can't put it in that perspective.
There you go.
This-
Henry can't imagine what it's like to be a young girl on the front.
No, that's right. That's right.
Homecoming court.
Never thought about it.
Now I'm thinking about it.
This day in 1997, there was a big open house held at the Kentucky National Guard Armory to demonstrate some of the Army's newest technology in computers, equipment, and vehicles.
Right.
Now, new technology and equipment and vehicles is one thing, but in 1997, computers were changing with rapid speed.
Right.
And they were showing them off down at the Armory in 1997.
Well, I can remember in high school going to the computer lab. It's taking like forever to log on, and now you just got it in your pocket.
Yeah, I have a funny story about taking my daughter. She needed some money for something to do with graduation, and I took it to her, and I asked where she was, and I signed in, and she was in the computer lab. So I went up there and gave her the check, and that night I said, that's pretty neat. I said, that room you were in was my home room back when I was in high school.
Back in the day.
And she said, oh, you had the home room in the computer lab?
You're like, yeah,
No, sweetheart. No computers. It was the DECA room at the time.
There you go. What's DECA?
Well, the Distributive Education Club of America.
Distributive education.
Yeah, and it talks about how to deal, like, you learn how to operate a cash register, you learn about how to work in retail, those kind of things. Very, very important.
They need to bring that back then, because I tell you what, have you ever tried to have like one of these people, you go somewhere now and you get change back and they try to count change back to you? It's impossible. They can't do it.
Well, that's right. Well, we could do that, but it's had to move the computer lab again.
Yeah.
All right, and 10 years ago, this was a place was buzzing around here.
Okay.
The NBC show Today
Right.
was in Barron County in Glasgow after the county was voted the #1 place to live in rural America.
There you go.
Now, that was a proud moment for sure.
Well, it was.
We live in the #1 place to live,
Yes.
and NBC's Today show came down here. I don't know who did that. Did Al Roker come down here and do the weather?
I don't know.
Anyway, it was a #1 place to live, and the Today Show honored us by coming down here and saying, "Yeah, we'll go live."
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that with folks that the work stopped 10 years ago.
That's right. You can't rest on your laurels because it'll quickly deteriorate.
You can't rest on a certificate that's hanging up now. We got to keep on doing stuff.
That's why we like to continue to talk about the good things around here and inspire people.
Yeah, and hopefully 10 years from now we'll be talking about good stuff people are getting ready to do.
Yeah, it's there's a lot we can learn from this.
I know, that's right.
All right, so there we have it. The power company burned down, but
Yeah, the electric and ice company.
that's right. And when there was nothing but ashes, they had it under control.
Yeah, when there was nothing left to burn, we had
That's
it.
right. We got it. Anyway, what are we doing? Thanks to all the folks who join us for the archives. We enjoy sharing the archives, and we really look forward to doing this each and every day on WCLU. And we'll do this tomorrow, okay?
All right.
Thank you, Angela.
Hurry into your local PBI Bank Banking Center to take